What does Justin Jefferson tell J.J. McCarthy?
I really haven't had too much of that criticism and the hatred messages.
The Packers are waiting.
The NFC North is wide open.
Kyle Rudolph reflects on what Tom Brady did for his business career.
I'm able to apply so many of the principles that I learned from a year being in the locker room with Tom.
The Gophers go to Wrigley Field. One veteran looks back on 6 years in the program.
I didn't think I was going to be this fortunate to be in the position that I'm in, to being able to earn money through NIL.
North Dakota State awaits Senior Day against St. Thomas. From Southwest Minnesota State, he led the nation in picks.
I got to stay up there. I got to prove to people why I'm up there.
And Adam Thielen is not the receiver, but the giver.
Great opportunity to do that around the holidays.
Kickoff Countdown starts now. Yes, it does. Welcome to the countdown. The Vikings against the Green Bay Packers with a backdrop that centers on quarterback J.J. McCarthy. The theories all over the board, like let him play hurry up more often because you saw what he did against the Bears late. Any way you slice it, he's going through growing pains in public. So what does Justin Jefferson have to say to him?
Just allowing himself to be in the moment, to be poised, to be focused on, all of the things that we have going on, and just be yourself. He can make those throws. He's a great quarterback in this league. It's just all about just going out there on Sundays when it all counts and it all matters, and showing up.
They also have to account for the biggest deal of the NFL offseason. Micah Parsons was the trade that was supposed to change the Packers. He's helped, but it's not been a windfall. For a rookie offensive lineman, Parsons has his attention.
He'll be on both sides, left and right, so it's something we have to be aware of. Obviously, he's a very talented player, but we just got to go out there and execute what we have to do.
Footwork is everything at that point, huh?
Yeah, no, everything comes to a critical point. Feet, hands, eyes, everything with him.
It's always about the footwork. The Packers are not that far removed from the Vikings in terms of inconsistency. Yes, Parsons was supposed to be the missing piece, but there has been more. They had to work hard and use two quarterbacks, with Jordan Love going down for a bit, to beat a bad New York Giant football team after 2 straight losses. It seems like they cannot find themselves for a full 60 minutes. Sound familiar? And this division is close and crazy going down the stretch.
Everybody's kind of got similar records, and obviously, like you said, we'll be playing everybody here at the back half. So definitely some games we're going to have to go out there and win. But like you said, the NFC North is wide open, and we got to take advantage of these games, go out there and go win it. But yeah, it's like you said, it's an interesting schedule.
Kyle Rudolph made plays as a Viking tight end. Now he's trying to do the same in business with some advice from his former teammate, a guy named Tom Brady.
Think about,
Kyle Rudolph still has an office in Minneapolis, but on this day, he's outdoors, joined by the Timberwolves' Julius Randle, to promote a new line of supplements at Target that they endorse, part of life after football.
Here with Symbiotica, obviously as a former athlete, someone who really prioritized health and wellness throughout the course of my career, and now in retirement. It's a big part of my life.
It's the next chapter after 12 years spent playing the game in the NFL. 10 for the Vikings, and there will never be anything like that those Sunday afternoons in the fall.
And that's what people are like, oh, do you miss it? And there are certain things, no matter how long you play. I was fortunate my last year of my career to play with Tom Brady. 23 years in the NFL. Did everything you could possibly ever imagine of doing. There are still things that Tom misses about the game today.
And it was that time he spent with the GOAT, Tom Brady. If only for one season in Tampa, it helped catapult him into today.
So I feel like just his preparation made it to where the game was so slow and he was seeing all the exact same things we were seeing. So for me, it was an absolute treat. Obviously, the year didn't go the way that any of us would have hoped, but it was still an incredible experience for me. And I think, going back to talking about this next chapter of my life, I'm able to apply so many of the principles that I learned from a year being in the locker room with Tom to life as a businessman and an entrepreneur.
And that's why he comes back. He partners with former Wild and now Buffalo Sabre Jason Zucker to form a company that speaks to their hearts.
To engage diehard fans to win once-in-a-lifetime experiences and raise money for nonprofits. And it's been a ton of fun for me. I have passion and purpose and a sense of responsibility and structure through this company, but more importantly, we've raised over $15 million for charity since 2021.
He and his wife now have 4 sports enthusiastic children. They settled in Florida, and he has found his calling for life after football.
this life after football, this next chapter, being a dad, being around my kids more often, leading a company, treating that company just like the team culture we had in the locker room. That's what fills my bucket. That's what gives me purpose. And it helps fill the void that is missing on Sunday afternoons.
It is not just the Gophers who are playing Saturday. It is where they are playing, Northwestern at Wrigley Field. The second home for the Wildcats while they wait for their new on-campus stadium to be finished. It's an interesting fan experience, but that's not the point for the players.
It's definitely different. You know, I'm excited, but at the end of the day, where we play and doesn't really affect us at any time. You know, the expectation is to go out there and play our hardest. So.
11 a.m. kickoff. Northwestern lost to Michigan last week and is still looking to go bowl eligible. He is also part of the Gopher defensive line, has been for nearly 6 seasons. Jalen Logan Redding has seen much, including marketing opportunities for players as he continues to refine.
It's fun because, I'm a very visual and creative person.
We first introduced you to Jalen Logan Redding at the State Fair. The 6-year defensive lineman is a video production entrepreneur. These glasses he wears, they actually have a camera inside them. People don't know this. This little 007, your glasses actually have cameras in them.
Yeah, meta glasses.
So you're recording everything that we're doing right now, right?
Yeah, right now.
So you're big into this production thing.
Yeah, man, this is what I do. I got into it my second or third year while being here because I've been here for 6 years. Running my own business as far as a student athlete and being able to run photography and video through that. Letting it be my own production thing.
All of that stems from football and how well he can play the game. The defensive line, its own team. They play to the same beat. How much is there a brotherhood on the defense, the defensive line? It seems like you guys are always talking amongst each other, challenging each other. It seems like there's kind of a fraternity there.
Yeah, no, we're tight. Throughout the years and even now, more now than ever. Even for my D-line room, I keep on telling them we're the tightest D-line room that I've ever seen through the University of Minnesota.
Yes, 6 years of college football has taught him much and created a bond to last for life.
Whether it's our own struggles in our personal lives or whether it's just being able to go through the daily grind of being able to go through a workout together, like that just brings you closer together as people and as a team.
For sure. North Dakota State is unbeaten and ranked #1 in the FCS. The University of St. Thomas is trying to avoid a 5-loss season. For the first time since the Tommies opted up to the Pioneer League, these two teams meet. Fasten your chin straps, Tommies. The Bison, unlike St. Thomas, can give football scholarships. Big advantage. And oh yeah, they can play. So it's the biggest opportunity for St. Thomas in 5 years. 2 Minnesota wide receivers, Bryce Lance and Rajah Nelson, are tearing it up. They are part of the senior class, and oh yeah, it's senior day this Saturday.
They're going to be riding a little bit of an emotional high or a low right before kickoff, and we need to support those guys with great intent and practice. I think it's imperative our coaches really take a little bit of time during warm-up to enjoy these seniors. It's a special group.
Nelson out of Lakeville North will have played the most games of any Bison in the history of the program as of Saturday. Speaking of which, Locals, one of college football's premier takeaway artists, plays and is from Minnesota as well. Ren Clayton caught up with Southwest Minnesota State's Parker Knudsen to discuss his interception prowess.
Parker Knudsen's football season at Southwest Minnesota State started like a racehorse bursting out of the gates. 5 interceptions in his first 3 games, matching last year's total.
Before the season, I set myself a goal as to, beat that 5 picks. I felt last year I didn't do enough. So this offseason, I put in a lot of work. And as it shows, it's translating.
With this season now done, Knudsen's 8 interceptions finished best in all of college football. Tied with one player in D3, but in front of everybody else in his class Division II and FCS and FBS.
I try not to get too ahead of that, but as a player myself, I look at it every Sunday when it updates, just to get my mental side of, all right, I got to stay up there. I got to prove to people why I'm up there.
If you ask him a question about what happened on a play or what he thinks is going to happen even prior to the play, he can give you pretty hands-on information. So his anticipatory skills are really strong. And like I said, add it to his athleticism and puts a pretty good athlete certainly on the field.
Knutson has been ball hawking since high school at Sartell, but it's his ability to see the future that's yielded all these picks. His favorite, Week 8 versus Augustana.
They ran a little bubble and go out of 2-back set, watched it on film all week. I knew it was coming, called it out, read it perfectly, and jumped in front of it.
It's a cliche, but a lot of DBs are known for not having good hands. What's different for you?
It's more of a mental thing for me. You know, new gloves every week, whatever it may be. But I do a lot of ball drills. I catch 100 balls a day, whatever it may be, so that I can keep my hands good. I catch just like a receiver.
Ren Clayton.
See ball, go get ball. That's how I think.
WCCO Sports.
Welcome back. This time next week, we'll all be digesting those Thanksgiving meals we enjoyed with our families. But it's not easy for every Minnesota family to afford a big meal. That's where a Vikings wide receiver steps in. WCCO's Marielle Mose shows us how he's helping feed families for the holidays.
All walks of life lined up with the same mission.
That's a really big thing, is to be able to provide.
Parents of students at St. Paul City School wanting to provide a big meal for their families this Thanksgiving. 200 Thanksgiving meals were distributed to this community by Second Harvest Heartland and the Thielen Foundation. Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen and his family showed up to meet with everyone receiving food and made this moment memorable.
It's important for us to get in the community, and a great opportunity to do that around the holidays.
Each family got a turkey breast and a box filled with 15 fixings. Thielen's kids got involved too, giving the food directly to the families. A dad hoping this moment leaves a lasting impression on his kids.
Just helping them know how important it is to give back, especially the communities that have done so much for us, my wife and I, and obviously for them.
A large free meal like this goes a long way for Mom Tia Davis.
That dollar really does make a difference. Saving an extra dollar, a couple dollars makes a big difference, so I'm grateful.
St. Paul City School staff also got to take home a meal. Teacher Maria Stokes hopes she can be a role model to her students by standing in line with them.
It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay not to be okay. So just because they're going through stuff doesn't take away that we're human as well, and we all go through things together.
In St. Paul, Marielle Mose, WCCO Sports.
That's your Kickoff Countdown for the week. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow, rate, and share. Join us every Friday wherever you get your podcast to discover what's at stake on game day, from the Vikings to the Gophers and beyond. And make sure to watch the live Kickoff Countdown Thursday nights at 10:15 on WCCO.